Why are you defending them?
I'm not. I want what's best for you. And I don't want you ending up back in Trafford General and losing this.
You can't discredit anything I say just because I've had a diagnosis.
I don't discredit what you say.
You do.
I don't like all the GCHQ stuff. Is quite frankly hard to believe.
I don't like it either, but it's true to me. Because I saw it. I saw the form, for instance. I saw what it said. I've written it down on Twitter because they fucked me up in my sleep.
Walking past there didn't look very happy at all. She was looking at your flat window then.
That's your concern, isn't it? I've got a fucking problem. I'm sorry. John, she's just had a problem with her son. What are you after? What do you want out of this?
I want you to have a good life and not be dragged down by your mental illness and end up in a hospital again.
You're causing it though.
I don't want that to happen because you've come so far from being totally off your head, quite frankly.
No, you're saying shit again. You're the mental illness.
No, I've seen it, Jack.
No, you saw
Laura saw it.
You're blabbing.
Her mum and dad saw how you were.
Laura
couldn't stand to be
is
in the
ancient
house.
history.
Yeah, but she couldn't stand to be in the house with you because she was frightened of being with you.
I didn't know that. She didn't tell me. She didn't tell me. I've got a fucking problem with this as well. No.
I don't want your life going down the pan and ending up being bloody stuck in Moorside for the next 6 months or whatever.
Stop trying to cause it then.
Right, okay, I'm not trying to cause it. I just don't want things to go that way, okay? And going off meds is a sure, that's a very good way of ending up back in Trafford General.
So you're saying I should be medicated for life?
Not necessarily, no. But you have to be able to function properly without them. If you're not functioning well,
I am functioning fucking excellently. I'm firing on all cylinders. I know what I'm doing. I'm very logical. I'm just presenting facts that you don't agree with. That's how to say it as well.
Are you managing to sleep alright?
Yes.
More than 3 hours at a time?
Yeah,
2 hours.
I am.
Good. Well, that's good.
This is what women are weird about. She is an oddball.
You keep saying things with me.
Yeah, funny, isn't it now? My mental illness. It is. She's angry.
She's fucking weird. She's a fucking oddball.
It might be Uncle James talking out of my face. Saying that sort of thing.
Get your phone.
Good. But you believe him, don't you? So someone said. This is scaring the shit out of me.
Who's that?
It's a financial thing.
What's a financial thing?
Bank.
Are they all you?
Text.
What?
Shut up. A bank text. Nothing. Please stop checking in on everything all of a sudden.
Well,
no, well, I'm very in control of my life, thank you very much.
I hope you are.
Someone said.
Because if you start
apart
spending
from
loads
mental
of money
health
on
bastards,
printers and things like
I'm in control, apart from mental health bastards who say, fuck off working. You're not well, go away. He's very nice about it, but if you go and take some medication that makes you ill. Take the pill, swallow the one that makes you ill. It's basically true.
You need to do it in full collaboration with your team and not.
I have full collaboration with them. It's just the dickhead in occupational health at work thinks it's odd.
They're following their
It's
protocol.
He thinks it's odd that I'm off medication. I wonder what his training's to do with mental health then. He's a weirdo to me for being a cheeky bastard, snatching my phone off me. That's big.
Well, it's because I did the wrong thing. I said,
No.
No,
He
I
couldn't
like.
hear you, could he?
Yeah, but he could hear you answering me, and I was trying to liken your beliefs about GCHQ to religion, and you can't force your beliefs on other people. And then you probably answered me back about religion, and he thought, oh, talking about religion, grab the phone off him. Because it's a trigger thing for some people.
It's a trigger for him to be a cheeky bastard.
Because he's Irish and they're probably super sensitive about fucking religion.
Sorry.
Which one's mine?
Who's the mental bastard? Oh,
Which one's mine?
Whichever one you want. Starbucks. You wanted that one.
I'll have that one because the other one's a bit big. I'll penis.
I'm not mentally ill. Here's my knowledge of it. They say he's not got any insight into his mental illness. Is all they record. But they don't know what I'm saying. They glaze over at everything. You at least have not acknowledged that it's GCHQ. They think it's MI5. I'm going to talk about this. Do you see what I'm getting at though? Because it's
most people
11 years down the line, that's what they've gleaned from my talking about it.
Because you can't let it go about MI5, GCHQ and all this. That's what's mental, Jack.
They don't record it. What if it's true? They don't entertain that at all. Anyone.
I've thought about it. What fucking hell? What if it is true? I think that sometimes, and I think fucking hell, it'd make a really horrible film where someone goes through.
It's the basis of all Hollywood
the hell
films.
of mental health and ending up in a unit. And then they find out in the end that he was speaking the truth. That would make one hell of a film, one hell of a story, wouldn't it?
Well, that's what I've proven this morning, by the way. It fucking hurts when you don't understand that. That's why he's retaliating in the way they know how. They retaliate to the truth being known, doctors, by putting you in a cage.
I've seen that van before. Oh yeah, it was along here.
Did you listen?
What? Go on. Yeah.
Doctors, when they are found out, they put you in a cage by saying, you're discredited, you're going off your medication, aren't you? You're going to prison, effectively.
In a way it feels like it, doesn't it?
I'm one interview away from being thrown in mental hospital right now because he thought he's off his medication.
No, you're not. It's not that bad.
That is the truth of it. It's that cut and dry. That's all they need.
You're back in the situation where that other job gave you garden leave. That ISIS job, it's the equivalent of that.
No.
You've been here before.
They didn't give me garden leave. It was redundancy pay.
You told me it was garden leave.
No, I said it was. They made me redundant with about $2,000 in my pocket. It gave me time to find a job.
You came out of it, but they were being extremely generous.
But I didn't find a job. No, they weren't generous. Someone said the same thing. Like, someone's asking for police. What are you saying that for? You're defending them. It's big.
Because you go into jobs and only disclose it when you really, really are cornered. When you have to.
I'm not cornered. I'm found out as having symptoms of something. That's all they know. Or effects of something.
But what makes you think you're
fucking sick
so,
to say that.
if you think you're a victim of GCHQ...
I'm not a victim of GCHQ. You need to get straight what it is if you want to talk about it. Basically true. Do you want to hear what it is so that you can talk about it?
Or a victim of
Someone's asking.
Joan and whatever his name. Joyce and
Ronnie.
Ronnie. And oh, for fuck's sake. Oh,
That'll be it.
no, it's not. It's a hearing aid thing. Hello?
I have to warn you.
Speaking. Oh, hello. Sarah, yeah, without an H, yeah, it's just not got an H on, yeah. What time is it? Yeah. Could do, actually, yeah. No. Yeah, it's approximately 10 years. It's a long time ago. I can't remember exactly when, but I think it was at Scrivens or somewhere. Yeah.
And she can't read it.
Well, I've not noticed it so much as other people. You know, this sort of having to. Well, well, I have noticed, but they sort of, you know, they're having to repeat themselves to me, or like they say, oh, you've got the telly too loud, all the usual things. So, yeah. Was it on Greenwood Street? Yeah.
Your dad upstairs knows it.
Right. Yeah.
I can't do this now. Can't any favours. He knows us.
All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Stupid.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Oh,
Right. Thank you. Bye bye.
That's your strategy.
Bye.
It's well thought through for this situation, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just to get a hearing aid. The hearings.
Someone said.
I've been having trouble at work not hearing properly.
Full of people.
It's embarrassing. You okay? You're sort of angry, I know. I know you're very angry.
I'm arguing with you because you argue back. You argue with me saying things about it. You don't want to hear it, just say.
I don't like hearing about GCHQ. I mean, the thing is, if you were working for them, you wouldn't say it to anyone.
I've been left to it by them for 10 years, but got attacked by MI5 in the meantime. That's the truth. They left me to it.
Why would you think they would think you're such an important person to attack you?
I'm not an important person to attack. I'm
Why
their
would
spy. Listen, I'm one of their spies who is trainee special forces.
Yeah.
In so thus, I am a police officer, effectively, above paedophiles and hunters, but secretly. Hunters are people who castrate people.
But even that sounds mental, Jack.
No, it's a fact from the form.
This is what's mental. You keep
It's not mental. Stop saying everything's mental.
What's going on about the form? You've like got this obsession about
You asked what the form said roughly. It's true. What is wrong with you?
That's what's mental, the fact that you keep going on about it.
It's mental. Someone asking. That is what. You don't want to know it, then. You asked a question, I answered it.
Most people that are spies go through their lives without other people knowing about it.
Yeah, I would have.
They wouldn't say anything to anyone.
Listen to me, I would have, if I had the chance. But I'm having to say it as a whistleblower because they've fucking pissed around saying things about me in the first place. They've had a lot of nasty things happen to me. Not GCHQ. It's MI5 who've done it in a mistake where GCHQ left me to it with my project. My project was on false accusation that was accepted.
I thought that was false accusations was just something that printed up on your printer by mistake.
That's after I'd put it on the form. It came up in my printer when I printed off the police special constable application form.
So that was a long time after though, wasn't it?
It was about a year and a half after the GCHQ form. But it's that long term. It says in the next 10 years you'll receive a memo.
But
You'll hear from us.
Mental.
No.
Just that.
It's not mental, it's just how stupid it is, what they do.
Yeah.
It's mental.
Yeah.
You're saying it as a euphemism for unusual. It sort of is.
Oh, it's a bit wacko. Doesn't make sense at all.
It does. In the next 10 years we're going to contact you, it says.
How many jobs? If you went for a job and they said, oh, we're going to contact you in the next 10 years.
It's not a typical job.
You just say, well, forget it then, won't you?
I can't say forget it to them.
I think you should forget it and let it go.
It's not me.
It screws your whole life up.
It's not me perpetuating it. It's not. It's the possession and the voices.
It's the obsession.
No, I have to refute their disgusting insinuations, like I'm doing now.
Well, what are they insinuating?
That's what I said.
What are they saying about? What's the insinuation?
They have an audience, and I'm on the other side. The possession is in the middle. No, you want an answer? Listen to it.
I am.
I'm sorry. Pissed off. I'm isolated as someone whose brain is being read. The man who reads it, Possession Monkey, and talks to me, is relaying all of the information to an audience. That audience...
Is your Twitter audience?
No. That audience to Pomo have all heard... It might be the police on a police radio or something. For instance. I've got a fucking problem.
If I started going on about stuff like that, what would you think? If I started saying...
I would listen to it once, frankly. I would listen to it once, for once in your life. Listen.
Hundreds of times now.
No, you need to listen to it all though, if you're going to listen to it. Fucking true. Because I get through to you 2 points all the time.
What would you
before
think?
You fight back.
If it was a role reversed, if the roles were reversed, and it was me saying I've gone off meds, work have sent me home, how, and starting going on about stuff.
I've explained how that's happened.
What would you think? What would your advice be to me?
Let me summarise how he's taken me home. I'm sorry, sent me home.
Yeah. Go on.
I am diagnosed as psychotic, roughly. That's point one. Point two.
Psychotic now?
No. Schizophrenic then.
Psychotic's different from...
No, it's about...
Suffering with schizophrenia.
Well, why did I get a different diagnosis then? Well, we're going off track again.
Yeah, but psychotic's when you're totally off your head, when you're detached from reality.
He sent me home because I offended him by saying, I've worked out what doctors are.
They're paedophiles.
I didn't say they're paedophiles. He looked at me and went...
What? Here we go.
No. Oh shit. It might have been.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm found out. Well, he might be. He's
no, you probably thought, oh shit.
Probably. Must have with you. Mustafa. It is one.
Look. You need to get a grip and just...
I know that they wish for me to keep quiet now. I understand that.
Yeah.
And you are doing the same, I reckon. You are from when you had it, when you were 15.
I was only detached from reality for about 2 weeks, and it was lack of sleep, mainly.
You mean boring, normal nothingness in life?
No, I thought
Basically.
people were talking about me in walkie-talkies and things, and basically I was extremely unhappy, and it just came out in a weird way. I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating, I was ill.
Why don't they want to know what the truth is? From me. I'm above them as their police, in a way, saying this is how we do it. Why wouldn't they want to learn that from me? Someone said it's terror to know that. I am the police of mental health, in theory, from that
We
form.
all should be, in a way. In a way, we should all keep an
Because
eye
they
on
need
what they
it.
do.
They need it because they're in such a position above a vulnerable person.
Yeah, you're right. You've got a good bloody point there, Jack.
There's no comeback where you're discredited for everything you say. When
no, go on. Sorry. Yeah.
when you can't get through to anyone, including your mother, what is going on?
But you've got a bloody good point there, Jack. In that mental health need keeping an eye on. In that they can't get away with shit.
That is what I was
basically.
for. I've worked it out. That's what my
They
role.
need to treat people better.
My role as a citizen who was asked by GCHQ to do this. I'm just a British citizen. I'm not saying I'm a spy. I'm saying I was a British citizen.
Right, okay, that's fair enough. That makes
but
sense.
but GCHQ, massive spy organisation,
Yeah.
sent a letter to me when I applied to be an electrician with them.
Yeah.
They sent an application form
Okay.
that said, be a spy for us.
But you were going as an electrician.
Yeah, it's a cover. That's what a cover is, a lie. It's ridiculous to you, isn't it?
But
Because
you've
you-
suffered ever since going for that job, Jack. Ever since going for that job, your life's been difficult, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I wish I hadn't done it. I wish I hadn't applied for it.
Yeah.
But I was only trying to be an electrician. I wasn't trying to be a spy. It's not about Walter Mitty.
Right.
I'm being Edward Snowden of it on Twitter.
Not trying to blow the whistle a bit.
But it's disgusting to understand it as true. So you want to discredit me, but I'm saying it as I know it and as I see it.
But you're right, mental health. You've got such a good point there that they can't just get away with like throwing people to the floor and smashing their teeth and things like that. They can't do. It's been outlawed for under 18s now. They've outlawed it because for under 18s they've outlawed it now.
You know there are exposés on the television. I could do one.
Yeah.
I could do an expose just as an experience, an anecdotal experience.
But they've got to have better ways of restraining people when they are getting violent.
To talk about.
Because you can see it from their point of view. Like if you've read the Frank Bruno book, he's like a great big 6 foot plus muscle bound boxer. He's an old man now, but when he first became very unwell, it was against his will, and it took about 6 or more people to hold him down. You know. But the second time he went to hospital, let me finish, he went involuntarily and he said, look, I need help. And it was a totally different ball game then. When he actually went to them and said, I need help.
You know what that is though? It's the
I can't deal with
doctors
this.
getting their arses licked by him. It's them saying, bow down to us, you big man.
No,
Big man, come here and bow.
No, he was beaten down by this illness. It was messing his life up.
Right.
It fucked his life up.
Yeah. They do, doctors.
The illness did.
The doctors are the illness.
No, they're not. They're
They
trying
are
to
the people.
sort it out.
They appear to. They're a double-edged sword sort of thing. They're a two-faced bastard. Lying shit. Who learn blagging in a big way. You might catch them out if you learn how to catch out a blagging bastard. It's basically true. And she's just someone. They learn how to be a doctor. Their doctor training is how to say things that reassure people.
Yes, that's a lot of it. Yeah, that's true.
Mental health, what else do they learn? It's just lies. It's sort of true. She's gone.
A good mental health practitioner would try and
She's just,
yes, reassure people, make people value themselves, because often we end up in a state of distress. I hated myself and I couldn't really put how I felt into words properly. I was 15 and I was an immature 15-year-old at that, and I couldn't really put exactly how I felt into words, and I think had suffered with some sort of mental distress since the age of about 10. I used to get very black depressions, and it's a lot of it's seasonal disorder. It's definitely seasonal disorder, but I know that as an adult now, and because people write about it, people talk about it, I think I can relate to it. I think, shit, yeah, that's what was happening to me. But at the time, my mum hadn't a clue. I had an eating disorder. Granny hadn't a clue. She used to just say, oh, she's eaten all that again. You know, it was, but it never got treated. It was just, she's a greedy pig. You know, I used to totally overeat. I'd eat a whole loaf of bread, you know, a day, as soon as I came home from school, because it helped me calm down. I was so stressed up after school, and it helped me calm down.
Scary.
It was my way of self-medicating by eating. But it never, then I used to be called fat pig, fat slag, sag the bag, you know, all sorts, you know, every day. I didn't get bullied at school, I got bullied at home, and my mum did fuck all about it. You know, she was very ineffective like that. You know, she used to say, oh, stop teasing. If you tease a dog, it'll bite you, and all this sort of shit. She didn't directly say, stop it, or else, you know. She wasn't firm enough with them. And it used to just go on and on every day. So I know a little slice of, I know a little bit of mental distress from my own point of view. I can't experience what you've gone through. I wouldn't want to. But I can only see what you're going through from the outside and from what you tell me. You know, I can't.
I'm stronger than I look.
I know you're strong, and I'm glad. Thank God you are. Come here. Thank God you are. Thank God you are strong. I love you. I do. I know it doesn't feel like that sometimes. I know you feel like, oh, you're in league with the bloody doctors and all this. But I don't want things to go shittily pear-shaped for you again.
Stop landing me in their lap, is what I'm saying.
No!
It's sort of
They
true.
phoned me, I didn't phone them.
I know, but you don't question them until I've told you this, I hope.
No, but it's...
It's sort of... Because you've got a dad who's a doctor, who you like. You
I
don't
don't
want...
really like Grandpa. He's a pompous arsehole a lot of the time, but he's a dad, and he's a you know, as people go, he's all right, but he's a bit. There's a lot of times when I've not liked him.
You need to recognise where they might... You've got to understand that I am aware of them lying. No. And...
They're just doing their job, Jack, that's all they're doing. They're just doing their job and trying to keep their own jobs.
He got me out of work by hook or by crook today. By hook or by crook, with desperation, he wanted me gone from the workplace.
But were you?
True.
Why did they send you home?
Because he knew all of a sudden that I was saying things about doctors. I said, I've worked out that doctors and police marry each other and things because of